What is good, everybody? We are reacting. I mean, it's not really a reaction. We're basically reading about more into more news for Sparking Zero. So apparently, Bandai Namco dropped Know Your Fighters notes about your fighters. So I don't even know what's gonna be about. Actually, so I'll be reading here. Jesus, I'm gonna be reading. So bear with me, guys. As you clearly see over here, it's 12:39 a.m. I was pretty on this. I was basically sleeping the entire day. So yeah, let's get on to this. I'm really curious of what this is about. So, I mean, yeah, I ain't complaining. Let's get on with it. All right, so let's see over here. So it says, in this article, we will go into details about characters, fighting styles, and unique appearances you can find in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. On top of that, we will look at special maneuvers that involves the game's roster, such as quick time events, sequences, switches, transformation, and fusions. Interesting. Unique fight appearances and fighting styles. So I'm assuming the unique appearances will be like their actual clothing from the series. Let's say if I'm gonna use an example let's see, what's an example I can use? I'm gonna say Adult Gohan. Yeah, Adult Gohan, when he did that, because I recently just did a playthrough, not playthrough, but my last episode for Dragon Ball Budokai Tenkaichi. Gohan had the Great Saiyaman suit just on, so I'm assuming it'll be like that. I don't even know. I'm just saying. I'm assuming that's what we mean by unique appearance, and fighting styles. Fighting styles. What the Actually, we did see a trailer on that one. I think it was called Quick and Power, something along those lines. So I mean, this probably would mean about that too. I'm assuming, but that's interesting. And then special maneuvers with quick time events, sequences, switches, transformations, and fusions. Which switches have already been in the game this entire time. So I'm assuming you can be able to switch mid battle and stuff like that. Fusions, obviously, they just probably can just fuse mid battle as well, transform in mid battles. I'm assuming. Quick time event sequences. Don't know what that means. Probably what's that called? Beam clashes, attack clashes, stuff like that. So I'm assuming it's that too. So we'll see. There's three summaries. There's types of character, unique look, and special moves. So these are the three summaries that we're gonna be going over. So this is pretty interesting, man. This is pretty interesting that they dropped this. It was 15 hours ago too. I could have covered this early, but I was tired, dog. I was over here reacting to so many stuff. So y'all gonna be seeing a lot of videos about Sparking Zero. There's so much. But nonetheless, okay, so let's see. So types of characters. You can enjoy different play styles in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, of course, depending on the strength and fighting habits of the characters in the original series. Of course. Their style is affected by statistics, size, and character forms. Their style is affected by statistics, size, and character forms. Look, my brain is not operating me right now, so whatever that means, I can just tell it sounds cool. Well, nonetheless, let's keep on running. Let's have a look at the different categories of characters you can play in the game. So obviously we're seeing Vegeta over here doing the Kamehameha. Yes, over here, beautiful, of course. And we have Gogeta who's taking these hits, and he's going right back. Oh, what is this? What was that? Interesting. Okay, so yeah, I think we were playing this part again, but that's pretty clean. Let's see if we can re-see this. Look at that again. They holding, well, they were holding hands. What is that? Was that part of the quick time sequences? What is that supposed to mean right here? That's pretty interesting. Anyways, yeah, so this is the one I was talking about that we saw a trailer for. Strength. These characters base most of their gameplay around their heavy strikes and powerful blasts. I mean, you can clearly see Jiren's definitely part of that. Who else? Probably the Great Apes. Rudigan, I'm assuming, will be part of that as well. All these people you could think that be throwing heavy ass attacks will be part of this category, obviously. But although they might be slow, their raw power will compensate as they will deal high damage to their opponents. Some of these characters are so strength oriented that some may not even stagger from ki blasts and smash attacks. Literally, if y'all know from the anime, Jiren literally from the beginning when they were throwing ki blasts, stuff like that. Oh, and Topo too. When they were throwing ki blasts, that it was just disintegrating in front of them, or they were just tanking these attacks like nothing happened. So that would be weird. That would be not weird, but that might be broken. I'm not gonna lie to you. Some characters are so strength oriented that some may not even stagger from ki blasts and smash attacks. That seems kind of broken. I'm not gonna lie to you. That seems kind of broken. So judging for this, Jiren right here, Jiren and God of the Destruction Topo, is the first two that popped in my mind right now. I don't know as of right now who will be part of that strong list that probably will take. Oh, Broly. I am stupid. Broly would Oh my god, dog. No. Oh, they so obviously they did bring this back, but they actually categorize these instead. So when I was playing the Budokai Tenkaichi series, which I'm still doing ongoing, which I don't even, at this point I don't even know when I'm gonna upload. We'll continue on with the series. There's so much news I have to cover, but for the first Budokai Tenkaichi that I was playing through, I was facing his bro, and he was literally just not getting affected by any attacks besides charged attacks. So I'm assuming with charged attacks they can be able to get hit as well with this, and it's a ki blast, but I don't know what kind of, like, I'm assuming it's just regular ki blast that you shoot out, not like the special beam ki blast and stuff like that. So yeah, that would be very annoying. So that means most likely charge attacks, obviously ultimate and super attacks will be affecting these characters 100% of the time, because it says may not, so it's not like guaranteed. So I mean, that's still kind of broken. I'm not gonna hold you. Doing that on the online is pretty crazy. But based on their statistics, these characters can have 2 types of specializations: melee and blast. Oh my goodness. The first one will enhance the damage dealt with rush combos and close combat, while the second implies that the character can rely on blast attacks and ki blasts to inflict damage. This reminds me of also Dragon Ball Legends. If y'all play that, I mean I never really got into that game, but it reminds me of Dragon Ball Legend, while they separated people the characters with their ki blast damages and like their melee damage to see what's their strength and stuff like that. So that's pretty clean how they can separate the strengths by like using the ki blasts and oh my goodness, close combat and stuff like that, which is pretty clean. It's pretty clean. I like that. It's very unique to have it into this and to implement that into this gameplay over here. But having them to not be able to be, you know, flinch from stuff like you know, ki blast and smash attack, that's kind of crazy. That is kind of crazy. I don't know how I feel about that one. But yeah, Jiren obviously there, Broly. I'm assuming maybe full power Bojack is obviously will be a part of that group too. But anyways, let's continue on with the speed. Yep, of course, Kukunsa. You can see Kukunsa. Probably Gotenks will be there. Dispo. Jesus Christ. Who else? I mean, let's see. We have Bird or Jace. Obviously, all people that you can think that's quick will probably likely be in this category. So, speed. On the opposite end, some characters base their attack strategy on their swiftness, which they use for long-lasting assaults, which are hard to interrupt. Even if some of their strikes are lighter, your opponent will have trouble trying to catch you as you move quickly all over the map and deliver combos with stunning speed. That's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. It's like actually like using the Flash in match and actually being like the Flash in match. Like I know Kukusa's gonna be it's gonna be an annoying character to use. I know she's gonna be so goddamn fast to try to catch up to her, and when she'll be flying around hitting you as well with these combos, it's gonna be very tough. It's a very tough character to probably handle. I mean, we'll see. Escaping from rush combos of characters that rely on speed will be tougher for the opponent compared to characters not fitting for this category. I mean, it makes sense. Yeah, they're very fast. They're utilizing the speed to their advantage, and to use that in the actual game is pretty clean. But if somebody goes to the hands of a cheeser, my goodness, that will be a living hell. I'm not gonna lie to you. Oh my goodness. Any of these will be broken. I'm not gonna lie to you. If somebody's using Jiren and I can't be able to inflict damage, especially when they're damn near about to die, that would suck. I probably would be livid, but I get it. Okay, so now we have ki blast. I mean, yeah, that was basically it for the whoa there. Okay, anyway. But yeah, that was basically it for the two separate categories for these for the characters. So let's see, we're going on to ki blast. There are some characters who are master of ki blast, excelling in fighting style that they can maintain control while keeping the opponent at a distance. So yeah, I'm assuming that Vegeta is definitely part of that, because he shoves ki blasters everywhere. He throws that everywhere. I'm not gonna lie to you. Vegeta's in mine. Who else? Who was in mine with that? Ki blast. Holy moly. Wow. I actually do not have any person in mind besides Vegeta. You can say first form Frieza could be a part of that as well with ki blasters. Yeah, you could say probably the whole entire Frieza lineage would be, not Frieza lineage, but like Frieza in general, like the whole entire Frieza forms would be part of the ki blasters. So yeah, I mean, they have the ability to fire multiple consecutive energy blasts while consuming the minimal energy. Okay, of course. I mean, yeah, they're mostly known for throwing ki blasters. Vegeta's a good example who is known for his powerful and rapid ki blast attacks. Yeah, early Vegeta was throwing ki blasters like he was nothing. I mean, late Vegeta was throwing like these high energy ki blast attacks. So Other characters include Goku, who can unleash the iconic Kamehameha, and Frieza, yes, like I said, who possesses the precise death beam. So Goku is part of the Ki Blast category because he unleashes the iconic Kamehameha, which is, I guess, the only thing that probably will make him into this category, which I guess. And then Frieza, who possesses the death beam. Yes, of course, I had my fair share with Frieza with his death beam. Oh my goodness. But yeah, it's pretty clean. I really like that. So now we have Giants. I really do like how they are. So that's crazy. So it's not only, I literally thought it was only strength and speed. I'm not gonna hold you. I really didn't really think about it, but this is a continuation from the first part. I really was not, like I said, it's so damn early now. I mean, not really early, but like late. My brain's not processing. So this is actually a continuation from like the types of characters, which I really like that. So it's not only two. I literally thought it was only two for some apparent reason. But yeah, so we have the Ki Blast category. So Giants, well, obviously we know it's Hirudegarn, all the, what's that called? All the Great Apes, Giant Lord Slug, whatever this guy is. I forgot his name already. Don't care who his name is, but Jesus Christ, I didn't know he was that tall. Who else fits in that description though? That's all I know so far. Yeah. There might be somebody I'm missing. I'm pretty stupid, but nonetheless, let's get on to Giant. Given their impressive size, these characters are much slower than the others. Obviously, they're a giant, but they strike more powerful blows that will stagger and send your opponent flying away. Are they stronger than the people in the strength category, or are they just like a tier below them? I don't know. I mean, I actually don't really know. On top of that, they are numb to throw and blast attacks, which makes sense. You can take advantage of their overwhelming presence on the map to hit your opponents with a wider hit range. So obviously, yeah, they are giant characters, so obviously, like, you can't be able to throw them, shoot like a lot of Ki Blasts to stun them, but obviously they are bigger targets, so it'll be easier to hit them than, you know, a smaller character like, you know, Super Saiyan Blue Goku, you know what I'm saying? So I get, yeah, they have like their own balance for stuff like that, so it makes sense. Their impressive size and power come at the expense of sometimes having trouble hitting smaller opponents, obviously, which may evade their assaults more likely, which is annoying, which will be very annoying to use, because sometimes when you try to throw a combo and it sometimes hit over them, or like or hit under them as well, like it would be very annoying to maneuver stuff like that. So anybody will use this to their advantage who are really good at using giant characters like that. You guys will be cooking. So androids. Also, androids have their own category. I mean, it makes sense, yeah. It makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense. Androids are artificial humans that do not necessarily possess ki. In fact, they can not charge the ki bar unless their energy reaches the maximum. It makes sense because I'm gonna relate this back to Dragon Ball Budokai Tenkaichi, which I was like played my first playthrough. I remember Super 17. I still don't understand why he's not in the game, but Super 17, when I was using him the first time, I cannot charge with him. So but like when I was looking at it, like it charges up itself, which is, I really like that. But obviously, because as you can clearly tell as well, like androids don't really charge the ki. I don't know about 17 and 18, which I mean I'm seeing down here, but I mean we'll get there. But I'm pretty sure they did charge the ki at some point. I don't know, but we'll get to there when we reach there. So let's see. To incorporate this into your strategy, continuously strike with rush combos, giving your opponents no chance to charge this ki. Some androids even have the ability to absorb ki blasts and certain blast attacks during super perception. Oh my goodness, stop. Bear with me, please. Bear me. Certain ki blasts during super perception. Oh my god, wow, perception, which will charge the ki gauge much faster. So obviously characters like Android 21 and Android 20 will be able to absorb ki blasts, which you guys have to be careful. Obviously, like stuff like that when you throw in your combos, I don't know if they're gonna recover quickly to be absorb it, which would be very annoying if that's the case. And you can clearly see when he absorbs it, he obviously that's pretty like, it's like a bar. That's literally it is. When they absorb, it's a bar of their ki that they regenerate. It's pretty clean. Pretty clean. The characters that automatically charge, the maximums are Android 13, 16, 17, and 18. Obviously, okay, makes sense. On the other hand, Android 19 and Dr. Gero can charge more ki by landing melee attacks, and furthermore, they can absorb their opponent's ki blasts and some types of ki blast waves. Or ki wave blast, same thing. We clean. I like how Android had their own category and they specifically stay true to like their form for what they actually do in the series into the game, which I like that. I really like that a lot. So now, okay, so that was basically it. Wow, okay. So obviously, I think it was like 5. Yeah, strength, speed, ki blasts, giants, and androids. That's clean. Okay, cool. So now we have the unique look. Try characters with unique look and distinction in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. The game faithfully reproduces. Holy moly, dog! I cannot read today. I cannot read. I mean, it's technically the next day, but y'all know what I mean. The game faithfully reproduces some features of the series, whether it is accessory, ability, or cosmetic that may or not affect the character's gameplay. May or not. Wow. What do you mean by cosmetic that may or may not affect the character's gameplay? I do not like I'm not like that. But I mean, as you can clearly tell, I mean, I'm seeing sword here, which, you know, you can clearly see Trunks using a sword, which obviously makes sense because Trunks uses his sword because it's his sword that he uses in the show. But okay, if it's stuff like that, then yeah, it makes sense. But I don't know if every character that has like equipped sword to can be able to use that, which would be actually very interesting. But I mean, we'll see. We're already on it right now, so let's get on to it with it. You can enjoy multiple ways and fighting styles in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, as sword fighting is one of them. Of course, iconic swordsmen from the series will use their swords in a lot of combos, rushes, and blasts to faithfully recreate their famous moves. There are also characters who uses the sword to launch enemy blasts that pierce through guards with a smash energy blast. Whoa, that's kind of clean. So I'm assuming the Trunks would be one of the characters. Janemba will be one of the characters as well. We see. I'm not gonna put Jet. Well, excuse me about that. Wow. Okay. Sorry about that. So obviously I don't think Yajirobe's gonna fit the description as that, because obviously he does not do any type of energy blast. He just uses a sword. Who else are things in mind that uses their sword? I think those are it. I'm assuming. Yeah. Janemba, Trunks, and Yajirobe. Yeah. Those are the only characters that come to my mind. So I might be missing some people. I don't think I am, but yeah. Oh, Tapion too. Yeah, Tapion. I'm tripping. Tapion. I don't think he. Yeah, Tapion's as well. I'm tripping. Yeah, Tapion's like the only. Yeah, so there's only 4 characters. So I'm assuming obviously Tapion, Trunks, and Janemba will fit through the last part. But everything else like Yajirobe and all that stuff will be using the swords. So we have Super Aura. Super Aura. What the? Super Aura. Interesting. Some characters, such as a strong form in Dragon Ball Super. So, in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Oh my goodness, they use in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero in every single, like, in every single one of these. Have their aura being always on. Their power is overflowing, which results in stunning visual effects of their ki. So, characters only in Dragon Ball Super will be having this super aura flowing through them throughout the entire match. I mean, I guess. That's kind of clean. I mean, fits them. I mean, yeah, I mean, that makes sense because in Super, they do have like when they turn to Super Saiyan Blue, that aura was just always there. And you could just clearly see that it's always been there. Like, as Super Saiyan, it was there for the first form. Or when they transform, it's there. But, like, as when they're fighting going on, like, it's not visually there, like, for that long. So, it makes sense. And then we have the Scouter. I'll always see the early Saiyans using it. Makes sense. The Scouter is an iconic item from the Dragon Ball series. In the game, you can select characters mostly from Frieza Force and equip the Scouter as an accessory. Oh, okay, cool. Which will grant a boost of search radius. Oh, so you can actually use a Scouter to, I mean, for if you're using them and you're trying to like find the Dragon, I mean, I'm assuming the Dragon Balls will still be part of the story. Like, you get to sort like find them and stuff like that, which would be very clean. So you can probably like use that to actually try to look for the Dragon Ball around like the area that you're in, which is pretty clean. I actually like that. Like, you can actually like use the Scouter, like not only like using it as an accessory, you can actually use them during battle as well, which is I like that. I like that. It's a little, like I said, little detail stuff for stuff like this is very clean. I like it so much. Which will grant a boost to search radius and blah 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 when equipped, depending on the quality of the Scouter equipped. Depending on the quality of the Scouter equipped. So you can use, I'm assuming you can use like a damage Scouter as well. Interesting. That's very interesting. With this precious accessory, the players will be able to avoid losing track of their opponent for too long. The players will be able to avoid losing track of their opponent. Will be able to to avoid. I was like, there's no way. So you can be able to scout them too. You can be able to scout like the players too. That's that you're fighting against as well. I don't know if you have to lock onto them or auto lock for you, because hopefully that they auto lock for you. Because oh my goodness, I hate when you get like you're getting your ass beat, right? You get hit down, and then now you just lost like your auto lock ability. You have to relock onto them again. Like that's an annoying thing to do. So I mean, with the scouter, you can probably just scout it. And you can probably just auto lock them from no matter. I'm assuming you can be no matter where you are. Which I like that. I should like that. Know that the damage taken during the battle could result in destruction of the scouter. I like that. Little details matter. Little details matter. I like that a lot. So you know how during the Dragon Ball, sometimes when the scouter is destroyed, you can see like the chip part over here. Sometimes this is messed up. I like that so much. I like that. And then obviously when the scouter is destroyed, it becomes difficult to locate the opponent even if they are lost from sight. I like that so much. Attention to detail is so matters so much in so many games, because that means they really take like they care about, you know, putting everything to details and stuff like that. I like it so much. Like it's so clean. I like it. So ground characters, obviously early Dragon Ball characters, and Yajirobe, which is Yajirobe's part of Z. Who else fits that description? That's all I know. Yeah, so early Dragon Ball characters. I mean Master Roshi. This is Super Master Roshi, but y'all know what I mean. Like Master Roshi, Yajirobe. Who else? Who else besides those two? Am I dumb? I might have to go. I'll go back at some point to see if that's who else is like that. But I'm assuming it's just those two. Like in Dragon Ball series, some characters cannot fly. Once they jump, they will slowly fall back to the ground, as they cannot remain in the air for a long time compared to flying characters. On the other hand, they are the only ones that are able to run on the ground. Wait, so the other characters cannot run on ground? That's weird as hell, dog. So when you try to, do they just be gliding above the ground? That's interesting. I never, like, to be honest, I literally never even knew that. That's weird as hell. Interesting. So take advantage of their skills and try to get the fight, to the fight to take place on the ground. Wow, that's gonna be, Videl can fly. Hercule as well. Oh my goodness. So yeah, Hercule, Master Roshi, and Yajirobe is the only three characters. Yeah, interesting. So obviously fighting on the ground is basically their specialty. I know this is definitely like a technical character over here. These characters are very technical to use. So I know somebody's gonna like try to find their way to Master Roshi, and I'm pretty sure once they do, like they're gonna be it's gonna be like a pain in the ass to handle or stuff like that. So that's pretty clean. I like that. And then now we're on to special maneuvers. Whoa, I really do like how the layout is. I'm assuming this is West City, but like look at the map. It's so beautiful. That car looks kind of weird, but I mean, it will look probably a lot better when on the PS5, like, or like Xbox One or PC, whatever y'all running. It'll look 10 times better than how it is like over here, because it's just a picture. So yeah, so basically we have special maneuvers. In Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, you can perform special maneuvers that do not fall under the combo category or blast attack category. The gameplay features are numerous and range from transformations to QTE sequences. Let's have a look at them and how they bring spotlight on characters during the fight. So a transformation, obviously, that's been damn near in every single Dragon Ball fighting game, from dating back from Budokai to Kakarot as a recent one. I'm assuming, yeah, Kakarot is a recent one. So yeah, which is obviously it's like an iconic thing that they always bring. This layout over here reminds me of the Raging Blast series layout. If y'all remember the Raging Blast series, like I think it was the D-pad, you can be able to like select which transformation you want to go to, which I like that, because actually I'm not a big fan of Raging Blast. I had Raging Blast 2 growing up. My goodness, the story mode was absolute hell. But what I did like about that is the layout for this, for when you transform, you can press on it and you can press which button you can choose to transform, which obviously Goten only has one, so you can choose that. And then the other one, when you can, I think it was like the other button, you can press to switch onto the other one where you can transform or switch to the other characters as well, which I like that as well. So obviously you can see from behind Goten we have Gotenks, Super Saiyan, and Super Saiyan 3 right there as well, so that's pretty clean. Transformation, select the desired transformation and press up. I'm assuming this is up on the D-pad to display transformation panel, and then select with square or X or triangle and Y or X and A or circle and B to perform it during the fight while using skill counts. Once transformed, the statistics of the characters will improve. So obviously I think statistics, I'm talking like probably most likely the damage and their defense that they will take from this, which I like that, you know. attention to detail, like I said. I mean, it's always been in every single Dragon Ball game, but I like that. I want to see how it looks. No, we actually saw gameplay when some player that transformed. So, yeah, like I said, I like it, but at the same time, like I said, I'm not a big fan of using already transformed characters that's taking up a slot of like a character that actually could have just used somebody different from a different series. But I mean, it is what it is. What is done is already done. It reminds me of the Naruto Storm series when they did that, but I mean, what can I say? It is what it is. And then we have fusion, which I did talk about before. You can switch it to. Can only be used when two characters who can fuse in your team fuse into the character shown on the fusion panel by pressing up on the D-pad and L1 R1 at the same time. Cool. To switch the transformation panel to the fusion panel, then select square X or triangle Y or XA or circle B. So yeah. So as I said before, you can transform with the specific characters, transform onto the state. I want to see how the fusion will look. I'm pretty sure they'll just bring the character and they'll just do the fusion. So makes sense. Once fused, both characters will disappear from your team member screen and be replaced by a single fused character. Note that they cannot go back to normal. So once they transform, that's it. You basically just gonna be using them for the rest of the match. Okay, I mean, makes sense. I mean, I doubt they're gonna have like a timer when I'll be very clean. Like in Budokai 3, when you turn to like Gogeta or Vegeta, you have like a timer like right under like your health bar and stuff like that. Like if they added that, that would be very clean, very attention to detail. Like I said, small details, so like that matters. But I mean, it is what it is. If you want to play with Gogeta and you want to transform with Goku, I mean, you have it right there. That's actually kind of broken. I don't know if you can be able to, for Goku, I don't know if you can be able to go to, how would that look like for Goku though? Goku and Vegeta, how would that look like? Like, would it be multiple? Or you get to choose, like, fusion or, Katara. Interesting. I don't know. Or does them, like, fit specifically for, you know what? We'll see when the game comes out. I'm thinking too much into this. Well, okay, so then now we have switch. Obviously, when you want to switch the character, so I'm assuming it's gonna be dog. It can be like a 5v5 fight. Interesting. If that's the case, that would be very clean. Very clean. Like wow, that would be very clean. Wow, I like that. I like that. I like that a lot. So switch. The switch is possible once the change icon is lightened. Press left on the D-pad to display the switch panel, then choose the character you want to switch from. Obviously the buttons, I'm not gonna keep on repeating this. My goodness. This mechanic can lead to the other gameplay features such as chase change. Oh, that was also in what's that called? In Raging Blast as well. When they try to switch and you can press a button to try to attack them, and whoever wins, they can stay in the battle. Like say the opponent wins the clash, you get to stay in battle. Or if you win, you get to hit him away, and then I think they transform it, and you can continue on the combo from that. If I remember, I'm not 100% sure on that last part, but yeah, it's pretty clean how they added that. Like I said, there's a lot of mechanics from Raging Blast, even though I'm not like a big fan of that game. There's a lot of mechanics from Raging Blast that I like that they actually implementing into here, which I really like as well, which is very clean. They're mixing Budokai Tenkaichi and Raging Blast, which I mean, Raging Blast is kind of like a descendant for Budokai Tenkaichi series, but I like how they're putting Raging Blast into here because a lot of mechanics from that game is very clean. In the team battle, switch while attacking to let your switch in character continue the assault. Use the tactic to smoothly switch out your team members while keeping up with your attacks. I like that. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. And now we have the sparking mode. Reminds me of, man, I'm relating this to a lot of Dragon Ball games. Jesus. For Fighter Z, obviously, when y'all reach like your max mode, that you can press a button to activate it. The sparking mode as well. I think it was called sparking mode as well. I think so. Yeah, I think they're calling it sparking. So you can actually apply that onto here as well. I think when your key is max, you get to use it. So to enter sparking mode, you must charge your key gauge to its maximum even further. Oh, I mean, I'm saying this. I'm stupid. This is from the. Why did I actually thought it was like from Fighter Z? I literally was absolutely just ignoring that. That's literally when you charge your key from max. You get from any Budokai Tenkaichi. When you charge your key from max, you enter this mode. I'm so dumb. I don't know why I thought it was like a Fighter Z type of style. But to enter your sparking mode, you must change your charge your key gauge to its maximum even further. You will need to spend one skill count to reach sparking. Interesting. to sparking mode. Sparking mode not only enhances your ability, but also offers a variety of other benefits. Allow you to shoot ki blasts without consuming ki. Use moves such as Violent Rush while in sparking mode. Violent Rush is like another word of high speed rush. Jesus Christ. Or it's like I'm assuming it's like this is like when you like kept on you can continue on combos, which I'm assuming this is what it means. You can perform continuous rush attacks until your gauge runs out, resulting in an uninterrupted barrage of melee attacks. Oh, well, I mean, I doubt this would mean Violent Rush then. So I guess we'll find out what that means. You can also perform Hyper Smash, which will inevitably break the guards of your opponent or super movement as it consumes some of your sparking gauge. It allows you to vanish and move instantly. Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. Like I said, there's a lot of mechanics in this game, which I really like. You know, you can play very technical, or you could just use like a spammer, like not spammer, like a cheeser, like Whis, for example. Which I like it. You can get like really technical game if you like really like train and stuff like that. So now we have emotes. My goodness, I actually like this. Look at, I actually like how clear Goku looks in this type of visual over here. For emotes, you can perform the emote displayed on the emote panel using the right D-pad to assign to a character prior to the fight. Wow. Okay, so each character, is it gonna be like their own like emotes, so you can apply any type of emotes from any character from the game, and you can apply it to that character specifically that you use? Who knows? Perform the emote with your favorite characters to take cool stances. So I'm assuming it's like the second part where you can take, it's probably gonna be characters from different, like obviously character poses from all different types of Dragon Ball series, and influence and pick which one you want to use from any character that you selected, which is cool. You know, they want to be using that Goku pose from if that's the case, I'm gonna use that Goku pose that he used from the first fight for Vegeta and put down Piccolo. That'll look very clean though. I'm not gonna lie to you. So now we have the QTE quick time events. Once certain moves are performed at the same time by both players, a dynamic QTE quick time event sequence will start in which the winner can take advantage of the battle. Which I was right at the first time. I had a feeling that's what it's called. By dealing additional damage and sending the opponents away, quick time events will make your fights even more unique and unpredictable, as they require a shift in the way the battle flows. Make sure to include it in your battle strategy by making it a turning point into the battle to throw your opponent's rhythm off. Interesting. I like that. So obviously we have the clashes, obviously the speed clash, which we see right here. I'm assuming this is going to be the key ones, and I'm assuming the last one, if that's the case, the last one probably is going to be the switch one as well. So we'll see about that one. Speed impact. A speed impact sees a two-character clash and trade a series of blows. Performing a speed impact by clashing with your opponent using a dragon dash. Dragon dash. Now that right there is from Crazy. My goodness, I'm comparing by so many Dragon Ball games, but at the same time, as you can clearly see from down here, you can see how, yeah, you can see that they're dashing right to the opponent. So cool. Yeah, this also occurs when a rush type blast collides with a dragon dash as well. So this impact action is divided into two main parts. First, during the single strike, both sides must smash their inputs with what is shown on screen. Wait, what? Oh, wait. Once the winner of the single attack is decided, the action proceeds to rapid dash. So I just saw like you could press a button. Okay, let me see. Let me go back to this. Let me see. So we see RT next. Okay. I literally just was reading that. I didn't see this right here. So we'll go through this one more time. Oh my goodness. Okay, so yeah, we see like a press like a button on this certain amount of time. They can that's pretty clean. I like that. I mean, I don't know how it's been in internet what's called an online variation to see if it's like I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna say like it's kind of clean. I kind of like that, but yeah. Let's continue on. So during the rapid strike, the final damage inflicted is decided by the number of inputs performed by each player. Once the rapid strike stage ends, the winner of the single strike will send the loser flying, concluding the encounter. Okay, so I really wish they don't blur this out, because we know the button layout. Like, I don't see why they're blurring this out, but I'm assuming they're pressing down on it instead of swirling it around right there. Yeah, so they did like a whole like mini clash. I really was not looking at the actual gameplay, but they did like two clashes right there, so that you press and then you start swirling the button around. But it looks like you're pressing down the button. We'll see once we get to like the training part of this soon. because I cannot tell from like this blurred out image. Like, Jesus Christ, dog. Like, you guys are just trying to hide it when we know the button layout. Like, y'all be doing too much. So now, oh, so this is what we saw with the Gogeta and the Vegito that I was talking about. So we had the power impact. The power impact happens once the two players perform a throw at the same time. That is so clean. I like how they're adding that. What? That is so fire. Like visually, that looks very fire. This impact action is centered around comparing strength by holding corresponding buttons. During the clash, a gauge will be displayed, you must adjust your inputs in order to not exceed the needle. So you try to, okay. The winner is determined by whose gauge is close to the needle when the power impact ends. So this right here is a needle. I don't know what the last two parts mean, but that's cool. That's pretty interesting. I really like that. I really like that. Oh. Okay. So now we got the clash ones, which is like obviously what we all know for. Wait, okay, there we go. Oh, okay, there we go. I had to change my mouse buttons. Okay, so we have the clash impact, which obviously we all know from every single Dragon Ball game. Clash impact is triggered when both characters use a step at the same time. Okay, so let's see how it looks. So y'all have to mash buttons to see who's faster. So this is like actually a button mash to see who's faster with using pressing the buttons. Once the clash impact begins, the two sides will randomly assign the roles of attacker and defender. This input shown for the attacker and defender are different, so the player must follow the directions on the screen. If the attacker wins the exchange, the defender will take damage. If the defender wins, they will protect themselves. A maximum of 3 exchanges will take place. So you can only do this 3 times. The first play, the 2 exchange. Oh no, I'm talking about like the impacts. So this is 1, and then this is 2, which Gohan wins. Oh no, this is 3, and then Gohan wins for that one. The first play, the 2 exchanges will knock the player back. The other player, obviously. I really like that. I really like that. It's very clean. I thought it was like the clash where they started like spinning around, but that's the first one. I really was not thinking. But I really like that. That's very also technique they added to that. So I don't think we did that for any other game like that. So I like that. So this is the blast impact, which obviously we all know what this is. The blast impact is an impact action that occurs upon the collision of 2 ranged blast attacks. When the blast impact begins, a meter will be displayed on the screen, and a gauge on the right side will begin increasing. Pressing will convert the gauge into energy-free blast, affecting whose blast comes out on top. In addition to single button presses, you can increase your power through rapidly tapping the buttons as well. The winner will deal tremendous damage to his opponent. I like that. You see, like I said, the clash for the beam clashes is definitely the best out of all of them. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like the whole background, the whole like detail for when they clash, it shatters the dimensions. It looks very clean, and that damage is absolutely insane. What the hell? That literally took, I think, 2 bars in a third like his other one. Let me see this. Let's see this again. Oh, so obviously we've seen the back clash. That is very beautiful. I like that. Like I said, the dimension shatters when they clash. Obviously, whoever wins, which you see, Ultimate Gohan or Gohan won. Let's see how much damage that took. So that's 1 bar. I think that was 2. I think that was 2 bars going onto his third. That is absolutely insane damage. But nonetheless, that was the end of that. So it says Sparking Zero will obviously launch on October 11th, blah blah blah, for all the consoles, for the respective consoles that's coming out. Pre-orders on the digital Ultimate Edition will come with 3 early day access. Will start on October 8th. Pre-orders of the game will also receive a new playable character mini from the upcoming Dragon Ball Diamond anime. Like I said, I'm not a pretty big fan how they added this to lock this behind a pre-order, and obviously going to be DLC afterwards. I'm assuming they're going to do that. But yeah, that's basically all about the notes. I really like that, you know what I'm saying? So this game's gonna be very technical as well for online mode. So I really like that. So nonetheless, that was notes for Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. I'm gonna be coming at y'all again. I think I'm gonna upload later today. I'm probably gonna upload this immediately because I just saw this now. But I'm gonna upload y'all. I'm gonna drop the reaction to more of these characters. I have like a whole what's it called, a character list I'm gonna reacted to that I'm gonna drop after, probably like to be the first one of many. So I got that coming out. Yo guys, you're gonna be getting spammed of these like Sparking Zero content, because that's obviously what I'm gonna be mostly focusing on. So nonetheless, hope y'all take care of yourselves. Peace out.